Rajdeep said that to say that the Ram temple is not an issue is crap. I don't agree with that at all.
No, you said that the BJP has doesn't want to play Ram Mandir politics. That's crap.
I never said that. You're making it up and that's crap.
You just said that.
But I never said that. That's like total distortion.
A senior BJP leader told us that we don't want to play Ram is Astha.
I'm saying the Prime Minister himself not told us off camera. On camera, every single leader is saying that this is our...
said on camera?
No, this is what I'm trying to tell you, Rajdeep. That the BJP is not going out and trying to constantly say we build the Ram temple, therefore it is one part of a very large whole, and there are all kinds of issues. It's not as if because we build the Ram temple, vote for us. I'm saying that it's too simplistic a binary by using abusive language. That binary doesn't come true.
One part of the
so that
whoever wants to pick Russian picks Russian, whoever picks Ram puts Ram.
But the other point which is very fascinating is just how disconnected television studios and these so-called narratives are from the sentiment of the voter on the ground. And mercifully, this entire team at Headlines, at India Today, at Aaj Tak has been constantly traveling to different parts of the country. So you can actually feel that all these things which have been making the news, some of what have been spoken of, to the Indian voter on the ground, you go to Naupada, you go to Anantnag, Baramulla, you go to Kalahandi, they don't care. They've got certain factors which help them make up their mind. I can guarantee to you, what you see, especially on the other channels, there's so much ground reportage that Rajdeep is doing, Preeti is doing, Nabila, everybody's doing. So what you see, those are real voices from the ground, but most of the talking heads that you see have absolutely no clue of what's going on.
Rahul is not talking about Gaurav and me in this instance. I'll tell you how intelligent the BJP is. In the poorer parts of the country, the hoardings will be Modi ki guarantee ration and Har Nal Jal. When you go to Ayodhya, the Modi ki guarantee is Article 370.
And that's how it's done.
So you see, so the BJP has gone into this election like a student who prepared for it for 3 years, knowing exactly what the exam would offer.
But
the opposition was unwilling to do that kind of preparation. You see, Indian elections have changed dramatically.
Sir, but why isn't Rahul Gandhi giving interviews?
I
just want to say, we're looking at Prime Minister Modi giving interviews left, right and centre. Rahul Gandhi hasn't spoken to any channel. No, he's not spoken to anyone.
For what?
But no interviews from Rahul Gandhi.
That you asked Rahul Gandhi.
No, what do you say about it? That's what I mean.
We've been talking so much in terms
you must ask yourself how you cover elections.
Of what the BJP...
how you cover the opposition.
So what do you say about Rahul not speaking yet?
We've said a lot about how the BJP has got its game right. But let me also just, look at the India Alliance there. What has the India Alliance got right this time? Yes, they seem to be all over the place in the beginning of the election where you talk about picking the right candidates. This time around, in key constituencies, in key states, and I'll give you the example of Rajasthan and even Uttar Pradesh in many, constituencies, the India Alliance has picked their candidate right. And possibly the BJP hasn't done that right. The BJP in a state like Rajasthan, one of the main reasons that they might lose a bit of the vote share and possibly a few seats could be because they did not get their candidate right. And that is, for the BJP to think about. Because for the India Alliance is concerned, these candidates don't really rely on the network of, say, the Congress or the Samajwadi Party to pull in the vote. When we talk about Sangathan on ground, these candidates are being able to pull in the vote on their own account. So it's important to at least underline candidate selection on both sides.
No, I agree. This is a case in Tamil Nadu as well because, the BJP is taking all steps to kind of make inroads in Tamil Nadu. They've been going all out with their campaign, all of that. And if you notice the issues that the Prime Minister also raises in his rallies in Tamil Nadu, very, very different from a rally in Uttar Pradesh or Rajasthan where he kind of understands the mood and then, kind of customizes his speech. But in Tamil Nadu, my sense when I was reporting is that there are some seats where the BJP trying, of course, to give a tough fight. In some seats where people said that, look, the BJP has a chance. They lost out because of the wrong candidate being put out. So I think that perhaps in some states they had to kind of crack.
Can I jump in here? I think largely where the BJP will take a hit is urban voter apathy. And why I say this is very important for the BJP is because
I think
the urban voters largely know. I'm speaking of urban voters particularly who think of India as a Vishwaguru, who want India to see itself strengthened globally and believe very strongly that it is Modi who's showing them that vision. These are the people who are educated, elite, urban, middle class, upper middle class. They're all for Modi and it's a clear picture that's laid out. They are the ones who are lazy, not stepping out to come out and vote. Bengaluru City, let me talk to you about 3 urban areas of Bengaluru City, North, Central and South. We're looking at the lowest voter turnout at 52%. Hyderabad, which is again urban, well, AIMIM has a sway there, but yet you have a lot of elite people who believe in Modi's ideology. 46% voter turnout.
But that's always been the case.
It's always been the case, but this has
always been the case. That urban pockets have low voter turnout.
A problem point for Prime Minister Modi.
BJP.
And the BJP at large, at this point, I think is facing indifference more than anything.
But can I ask around the table, and maybe Gaurav will want to answer, does the Hindu-Muslim narrative work? Is that a subtext down there for all that when I go into the voter booth, am I seeing my identity as a Hindu or a Muslim? Do you think that? And let's be honest, when the Prime Minister used dog whistles like Mangal Sutra, he was effectively, or Ghuspetia, he was effectively othering the Muslim. I'm just asking, is that working on the ground? I got a sense that people, particularly the young, do not want you to talk beyond the point about Hindu-Muslim.
Yeah,
but there is still a constituency out there, and maybe after the first round, the BJP realized, I've got to get my core voter to the voter booth, who believes that, yes, this election is about establishing a sense of Hinduness.
Not at all. It doesn't resonate on the ground, and to be honest,
I'm asking.
Once Gaurav answers, can I ask a counter also whether caste works?
Of course it does. In large parts of the country.
Okay, let Gaurav answer, then we'll have to wrap up. We're almost out of time.
The narrative usually is that Hindu-Muslim is only done by one party and not done by the other party. Fortunately for us, the voters are much smarter. So when a Hindu-Muslim or a Muslim-Hindu is done by giving Muslims reservations, or at one point of time talking about a certain bill,
Who's given Muslim reservations?
Very contentious.
Who's given Muslim reservations? No, you must be factual, Mr. Sawant. There was a BJP government, Congress government, JDS government in Karnataka. No one removed Muslim reservations as part of OBC reservations. This is a sinister dog whistle that you are spreading.
SC,
you must avoid
it. ST. So when a Hindu-Muslim is done dog whistle only one side, or a dog whistle that's happening both sides, and the moment it happens both sides, it leads to counter polarization, and that we've seen in our country. So in 2013 or before that, when a communal violence bill came, was that a dog whistle? Was that a signal going out only to one side? Or was it not? You'd be the best judge, but I think the voters have decided fair enough.
But the voters don't appreciate communal politics and narratives on the ground. They say, a lot of the BJP supporters also say, except for the communal rants, we are happy with the vision that the BJP provides.
We also have an issue with polarization and counter-polarization.
But there's another take on that over the past 10 years, the voters in India, including those in the minority community, have seen that the Prime Minister's governance is secular. That all schemes, regardless of which scheme it may be, is given to all castes, communities, religions, regardless of their identity. And some of this comes up during the campaign, where there is an element of communalization. So you can say governance is secular, the campaigning at some times is not so secular. But people have seen, I think that gives people, there have been better law and order. The Prime Minister has been coming down hard. The top leaders have been coming down hard and trying to ensure that the country stays united. And I think for 10, there's now a track record to look at. It's not as if people are concerned that after the 4th of June, this will continue. The one thing I want to point out before we wrap up is that over the past 10 years, we've seen the standardization of a lot of the political playbook that the BJP brought in. In 2013 and 14, a lot of the rallies that we saw, the grand rallies, the big stage, the audio systems as if they were from a rock concert, the confetti, the music that would blare, would only happen at a big BJP Sabha. You'd have these massive German tents. Now, even when you travel to the back of beyond, a lot of the regional parties are doing exactly the same. Their audio systems, the leaders could go off, you could do a jam or a rock concert soon after. That's how good. They've got the same German tents. They've given out contracts for 150 sabhas. So a lot of this is getting standardized, which means that 5 years later, if the opposition works really hard, the election could potentially be more exciting. That democracy is like this whole business of people saying democracy is dead. When Kejriwal gets bail, it's not so dead. Otherwise, it tends to die. You have to work hard. Right? You would have seen how
but democracy is not just elections.
Okay.
No, democracy is about preserving democratic institutions in this country.
Done by the
democracy is not
guys. I know this is called the democratic newsroom.
Institutions are very well protected. But
even
the judiciary is independent. You have the human Human Rights Commission.
The election commission,
okay, dear colleagues,
the election commission has been a sad testimony.
I agree with that.
I saw the election
propaganda.
Mr. Gaurav Sawant, I saw the election commission of TN Session. This election commission is sadly a
I am
caricature
sorry,
of
you
what
have
it should
former
be.
election commissioners who've joined political parties and contested
That's another matter.
elections.
That's the issue.
I'm on that.
That's the issue.
Guys, Rajdeep,
This is how
Gaurav,
Western countries run
Preeti,
propaganda
Rahul,
against
Nabila,
India,
and
which is
Akshita.
truly a
Wait,
How
wait,
about
guys.
Gaurav Sawant, now for 1 minute. Gaurav Sawant, if you raise up
This is a democratic. No. I'm responsible for this hard stop.
If you
We've
raise a
had
question
limited
about
time,
election
guys.